Did you know President Obama banned the Pledge of Allegiance in schools in his presidency, during his presidency? It's true. Right here, you see Obama signing the order. This is a news article from ABC News, and it reads, Obama signs executive order banning the Pledge of Allegiance in schools nationwide. Now, in this article, it talks about, I'll read the first paragraph to you. Early this morning, President Obama made what could have very well proved the most controversial move in all of his presidency, with the signing of Executive Order 13738, which revokes the federal government official recognition of the Pledge of Allegiance. Under the new order, it is illegal for any federal funded agency to display the pledge or for federal employees to recite or encourage others to recite this pledge while on duty. This law also applies to federal contractors and other institutions that receive federal funding, such as public school individuals who violate this order can face fines and up to $10,000 and up to 1 year in jail. Now, this article is actually fake. According to Business Insider, over 2.2 million people interacted with the post either on Facebook. This could mean they commented on it, shared it, whatever it may be. But like this article and many others, it has been spread all over the world, all over Facebook, all over the internet, and people think it's true. So many comments just blasting the Obama administration for this act, and it doesn't even come out to be right. And now, because of this, I think everyone should think and question more because it makes you smarter. Now, I'm sure all of you experienced something like this that you've seen, like this article or something that you've seen in the news or heard, and you might be thinking, how foolish of them that they would share this. But have you actually considered it from their point of view, from the opposing point of view? In my speech, I will explore this topic as well as why is it important to think and question, and the benefits of doing so, and what happens if we don't. To begin with, trying to understand, thinking and questioning the opposing argument will make you a more well-rounded individual. So, for example, you gotta recognize who you are talking to, such as who's the author or who you're having a conversation with, what news station you're listening to, and what they're portraying on their station. Let's take the book The Hunger Games, for example. It's narrated by Katniss Everdeen, a young girl, teenager, who, if you haven't read the book, she grows up in District 12, which is a very poor district. And in the Hunger Games, these districts face off, there's 12 altogether, and they face off against each other to fight to the death. And what they do is they win money and food and stuff. So there's 2 tributes from each district, and they win money and food, and whoever survives, who doesn't get killed, wins that for themselves as well as their district. Now, Katniss Everdeen hates the Capitol. The Capitol is the one who runs the games, where they run the games, and the game maker, who's the creator of all the games. She hates the Capitol, and you easily connect with Katniss Everdeen, and as a result, you hate the Capitol as well. But now, let's take a look from the game maker's point of view. From the game maker's point of view, say he narrated the book. You wouldn't have any connection with the poor District 12 or Katniss Everdeen, and you might even like a person from District 1 who's very rich, very pompous, type district. Now, the game maker thinks these games are beneficial to society, and it brings people together more than anything. Now, what if instead of judging the fact so quickly, that we hate the Capitol when we hear the book and stuff like that, we try to understand from the other character's point of view. We can apply the same concept to the real world too. What if instead of hating Trump when we hear that he's going to build a wall or whatever, that we try to understand why he wants to build the wall instead of building a wall in our own minds and from the opposite point of view that we hear. Likewise, there are many benefits of questioning and thinking. First off, you form opinions for yourself. By thinking and questioning, you will soon learn about different topics about the world. From religion to politics to sports teams, or whatever it may be. Like, when you think and question and somehow, somewhat do your research on things, and you're not going to be speaking out of your butt, for lack of profanity in this speech, and you're going to have these conversations that actually have value and depth to them. You're not going to be trying to overspeak the person who has an opposing point of view, because you're willing to listen, because you strongly believe that you have a better point, and you can listen to the opposing argument instead of talking louder than them because you're afraid to hear their point of view. Now, another benefit of thinking and listening is you won't sound foolish. Now, on this topic, because when you think about the future, like I'm answering a question, like I just said, you'll know what you're talking about. And moreover, you'll have a better understanding of the world. When you think and question, you'll understand why people feel or why people have different viewpoints. Could be their culture, like their upbringing and whatnot, and most of the time that's what it is. For my example, I went to Sweden, and they are the most liberal country in the world, and I come from a more conservative family. After I left Sweden, I have a better understanding of why they enjoy free healthcare, higher taxes, and just a lot of different things from here. And actually expands my view, and now I understand, moreover, the left side than the right. I understand the left side more. Now, on the other hand, not thinking and questioning, it makes you more dumb. Just think about it. You'll be on Facebook, you'll read an article like the Obama administration, and you'll end up sharing it, and you'll look like an idiot. I hate to say it, but when something's not true, people get offended by that, and they laugh at you. They're like, "Come on now," and as a result, you won't have to rely on others as much, because you'll be able to form opinions, like I said, for yourself. Now, not thinking and questioning also causes a lot of divide. We see it all the time with this political season coming up. Lots of people just bashing each other, and a lot of times what they say is false information. But now, are they really wrong, or are we being wrong for not opening up the possibility to an opposing viewpoint? Because opposing viewpoints help shape us as individuals. Now, at the end of the day, I challenge you to question and think more often than you don't. There's no harm for doing so, and in fact, makes you smarter when you do it. You become more well-rounded, and you'll become more wise in the end. Now, because of thinking and questioning, you'll be able to share your thoughts and influence others around you more. Thank you.